of Dying Light. I am your host, the Mad Hatter. And we had just gotten out of the gym and we were heading outside, so we're heading down to the elevators right now. There's going to be a lot of videos to this series, and I'm just having nothing but fun with it. It's just, this is equally an awesome a game as The Last of Us.
They've given me an actual job, and nobody suspects I'm not who I say I am. So far, so good. And once Dr. Zere helps me manage these symptoms I'm dealing with, I'll be even better.
Now, once we get outside, we'll be putting everything we learned in the gym to the test out here in the actual real gaming world. So, but first we gotta stop over at the quartermaster. So we go over here and talk with him real quick.
Oh, you're the new scout. Rahim radioed me about you.
Yeah, that's me. Name's Crane.
I'm not gonna bother learning your name till you survived a few days, but here, this is for you. By the way, word around the tower is you're just another deadbeat in line for food or antizin. By which I mean, the people here don't much like you. But don't blame them. It's easy to get paranoid when you're isolated. And since somebody's jamming communications to the outside, there's plenty of paranoia to go around. Whole damn city with nobody to call for help but ourselves. You bring me some supplies from the airdrops, though, and you'll see people change their tunes in a hurry. That shit's a game changer.
Thanks. I'll bear that in mind. Listen, is there anything else? I'm in a bit of a rush.
Also, if you're looking to get more popular, you can try helping folks. Do a few favors, they might like you more. Might even find a woman. Keep you warm at night.
Now, like I said, we're gonna go and use what we learned out in the real world thing there, but you gotta understand, a lot of the
going outside, yeah?
a lot of what you've learned is
Okay, new
is
guy.
not
Be careful
anything like
out
what he
there.
really taught you
We've
in the
lost too
gym.
many already.
'Cause there's a few things he actually left out that you're gonna have to learn real quick, and it took me a little while to actually get the hang of it.
Okay, noob. You've got Dr. Zere set up in a semi-trailer on a fenced-in playing court. When you leave the tower, hang a left and head due south. You can't miss it.
It's Crane, kid.
All right. Crane. Just keep moving. There's no time to take in the sights. And try not to make too much noise. Sound attracts those fuckers.
Now, landing on the top of vehicles, or on trash piles, or inside of filled dumpsters will pad your fall. So, also being very aware of your mini-map and what's going on with what's going on in there and around you in general will also save you in the long run.
Doctor? Hello? Anybody there?
Camden, are you there? Damn it.
So I'm supposed to get a vaccine?
What? No. Suppressant. It's called antizin. Suppresses the symptoms. Here, sit. Antizin postpones the inevitable. Best the GRE could do.
Inevitable? So there's no cure?
It's a variation of rabies. There's no cure right now, but you see, I've been running tests on both antizin and infected tissue. A cure is possible, definitely possible.
Oh shit, you really think you can figure it out?
With Dr. Camden's help, yes. I think so. Now where did I put that injector?
Who's Dr. Camden?
A colleague trapped in Sector 0. where the outbreak first, well, broke out. We've been collaborating via radio, though we would have made more progress if the connection were better. Also, if my earlier experiments had borne fruit. I tried injecting recombined versions of the virus into chunks of meat and leaving them around the city, hoping some of the infected would eat them so I could observe and document the results.
But they didn't?
It bore no fruit. I'm ashamed that I wasted so much time on it. No reason to hold any Antizin in reserve now. In any case, all right, I'm quite busy, so on your way now. What was I doing?
Keep it fast.
Rahim, Zere checked me out and gave me another shot.
Okay, great. That ought to hold you. For a while. Which is good, because I'm starting to get used to the idea of bossing you around. So, time for a real trial. Go talk to Spike. You'll find him near Zere's truck. He's got the first real job for you.
I'm trying to stay quiet during the scenes like these, so...
Hey, Spike? I'm Crane.
Just what I need. More unskilled labor. All right, shut up and pay attention. There are two types of airdrops. One has food, first aid supplies, survival gear, and such. The other kind is filled with Antizin. The GRE sends in a one-way video feed that lets us know when they're on the way. Look, the trouble is, the airdrops with Antizin keep getting raided by Rais's thugs, and without Antizin, we're basically screwed. Rais and his boys only operate during the day, because going out after dark is a dandy way to get killed. But the next two Antizin drops are coming down right at sunset tonight, and Brecken means to go after them. This may be our only chance to reach the airdrop.
What's my part here?
Well, as I said, going out at night is basically suicide. Or it would be if I hadn't been setting up safe zones and traps out there for weeks now. Which I have. Now, Brecken and his team will be okay tonight so long as you get out there now and arm those traps. That's your part.
All right. What are these traps and how do I arm them?
You'll see. I'll be talking you through it. Just remember, without these traps, Brecken won't survive the night. And if he doesn't come back with Antizin, we are lost. Before you head out there, grab some firecrackers. Made them myself. They make a fine distraction if you get in trouble.
Now, you gotta also pick your skills based on your gameplay, which is what I did. So, I mean, when you first start out, you only have like the one that you could really, you know, pick when you first start out, but where it branches out from there is based on your style of play. And there's no wrong way to go about it, which is really great. So, you know, just play it as you feel you want to. Is really all I could say about that. As I said, landing on top of the cars or trash heaps, you know, filled up dumpsters will cushion your fall. Now, one of the mistakes that I made when I first started playing was that.
Okay, first, the car. Open the hood, connect the battery, that'll arm the trap.
Jade here. Is anyone outside right now? Urgent help needed.
I'm outside, working for Spike.
You're Crane, right? Listen, our runner's trying to secure one of our safe houses for Brecken's mission. He's in a courtyard by Zephyr and Mimar, surrounded by zombies. We gotta help him.
All right, I'm on it.
That's how you can mark waypoints. What you're going to do is you go to your map and you use the X button, I believe it is, to mark a waypoint on the map, and you can just go on from there, which I found to be quite useful. Jumping rooftop to rooftop is actually really good, but you gotta gauge your jumps. Look how far the jump is between you and it, and just work it from there. Now you are able to walk on top of walls like this as well as fences if you get really good at it. See, it's just at first I was not able to do it, as you can see. So. You have to also take into account noise also attracts them, among other things. You'll see in a little bit what I mean. Now there's a dumpster. See what I mean by the dumpster? You're going to see that in a second. Watch what happens. Jump in. See? Breaks your fall. And let's see. Here's where I gotta really be careful. I'm just trying my best to like not get caught up within these guys, and really, if you get yourself caught out in the open, you're screwed. Especially at night. Now, here's the thing about the night. At night, it gets a lot more dangerous. Now, granted, there's more experience you can earn to up your levels of survival and whatnot. However, it could actually cost you more than what you want to pay. Basically, the thing is that you gotta be really careful because the zombies out there are like a ton stronger.
Okay, Jade, I'm here, along with some infected.
Watch yourself, Crane.
They're a lot stronger at night than they are during the day, so you gotta be really careful when going out at night. Now the best thing to do is always go for the zombies' heads. If you cause enough damage to the heads, you can knock them out pretty decently. If you hit them to the body, and you're only going to make your weapon actually weaken even worse. Try to keep the dot that's there aimed at their head. I wish their targeting reticle was a little larger though. The targeting reticle needs to be a lot. It could have still been a lot larger, if not, at least give us a choice as to what kind of reticle we want, like either an X or the dot or something like that. That would have been nice as an option for the game. Now, mind you, I am playing the PS4 version, so the PS4 version is going to be a little different overall. That's really going to be of a factor. Sometimes these little slow-mo things that we saw in the first video. So it's actually pretty cool. I actually missed this one, so it's looking down.
Oh man, I think it's too late for this guy.
Shit. All right, finish it. Just don't let him suffer.
Okay, it's done. Fuck.
You had no choice. He wasn't human anymore. Now hurry. You still need to turn on the lights. That's the only way to make this place safe at night.
Now,
shit.
those journals you're going to find all around, and you'll basically be able to get there's some sort of trophy for it.
How's it coming? Got the lights on?
Almost. Just give me a second. Crane here.
Report.
Okay, I met this doctor, scientist type. They've got him set up in a sort of research trailer, and he's working on a cure for the virus. His name is Zere. Hello? Do you copy?
Affirmative. Secondary objective added. Maintain your cover and secure all of his research. Acknowledge.
Your stolen file still takes top priority though, right?
Affirmative. We find it unlikely that a single researcher working out of a trailer could produce any significant results. But if he does, we want to see it.
Jade, it's done.
Good. We'll need to prepare more places like that one. We've got more spots picked out for future safe zones. Spike will mark them on your map later. And Crane, thank you. Back to you, Spike.
Right now, you need to get back to our main task and arm the next trap. There's another car close by.
Got it. The infected are all over the street.
So what does that tell you?
Just checking my blueprints and whatnot.
Keep off the street! Try to stay on the rooftops where they can't reach you.
They're all around the car, Spike.
You still have some firecrackers, don't you? Just throw some into the crowd. Those dead bastards are easily distracted.
Done with the car, Spike.
Keep on like that, you just might make it. The next trap's close by, and I shouldn't have to tell you, but don't get caught out in the open.
Spike, these freaks are everywhere. If I need to use a trap, how do I activate it?
You can't. I told you, they're only for the night mission.
Now, once again, we're gonna use our map waypoint set with X.
Shit. Okay.
Now, another thing you need to take into account is, like I said, gauge your jumps. Because there's going to be some certain times where you're going to make a jump like that, and you will get hurt bad if you misguide it. So, you got to be very, very careful. Many's the time where I've misgauged a jump, and they'll end up on it landing, trying to jump, and they'll just be all over me because I wasn't paying attention. So now another thing is you're going to run across roofs that are made of like plywood. You can do like low-level jumps onto them without any problem. However, as you will see in a little bit, jumping onto them from height, I think, greater than 1 story above it. Well, you'll see. Well, like I said, you'll see. You'll see. Agility point. Okay. Look at our agility now. See, since this is the first point, we only have that one we could start off with, which really isn't too bad. But like I said, once you get more and more points, you put them as you feel you need them, because according to your kind of play.
It's quite a contraption you got here.
3 times brighter than an ordinary street lamp. gives the infected quite the sunburn.
And there's no wrong way to really go about it. You know, just go by your playstyle, and you're good. Now, as far as with the lock picking that you're about to see, as you move it around, as you move the picks around, they'll vibrate as to whether or not you're close enough or not. The heavier it vibrates, the more you have to adjust it in small increments until you get it just right, to where it just goes smooth. So now here's the thing: I misgauged this jump right here, and you'll see in a moment. Watch. I either jumped too early or was just too far. And there you go. See. Now here's the thing. You'll see it in a second. What I was talking about with the plywood grooves. See, there I did well. Now we're just cat grabbing and muscling up. Good here. Now, notice we are actually it's actually the distance that kind of made me fall through, but you will fall through it. So if you're like right on top, like if distance is like, let's say it's like a 6 foot, 8 foot gap between the two, it's not that bad. But when it's at a distance of greater than that, then what happens is you fall straight through. That's my best estimation. I may be wrong, and if I am, I apologize. Now, this part was actually kind of fun. I don't know why I took this route originally, but I thought it was kind of. I just wanted to see, because every once in a while you run across ambulances and police vans that you'll have to lock pick. Ambulances are the easiest, or an easy ones to lock pick. However, the police vans are a lot harder because of the fact that they have weapons and whatnot in them. Such as you can find guns, you can find melee weapons, and that actually will come in handy later on, especially in the latter stages of the game. Another thing that you need to be leery of is that if you do use the guns in the game, you have to be very, very careful with them, because ammo is very limited. So you got to be very careful with that, and it's really something you got to really keep in mind and be ever so mindful of. Many's a time where I've made the mistake where I'll have fired on an enemy, and I'll even though he'll like be killed, and I will end up giving him an extra shot or two just because I wasn't paying attention. So I'm like, okay, great. So now here I made the mistake of not necessarily running, take an extra couple of steps. I couldn't get back up no matter what I did. So what I did was here, and I tried jumping up over here, I couldn't do that, so I said heck with it. Now we can either drop down there, which would be a little harder on us, but we could do this too, which is which is kind of like with the cars. It just lessens the distance between myself and the ground. And whenever you find little orange boxes like this, kick them open. There's always a little something good in it. Now what we're going to do is, I made the mistake of not finding the spot, which was over here, and I actually forgot about jumping up on here. I don't know what made me think of that. Like I said, you know, I'm human. I'm going to make mistakes. So this jump was a pain. I'm going to tell you this right now. It was the first time I did it. but it's actually pretty easy. There we go. All right. So now the next thing. Here we go. We're going to land right in that. That's the other thing I was talking about. And in garbage piles like that, dumpsters, tops of cars, vans, tops of trains work really well too. Water. Now it doesn't matter how high up you are when you jump into water. It won't. The height won't kill you like in real life would. So, at any rate, folks, I am getting very close to the end of this video. So, I want to thank everyone for watching, and I'll have more videos coming up here in the series for this. You guys have a great night and an even better tomorrow, and thank you for watching as always. Good night, folks.